Hi there, I'm Jemma and welcome to SchoolMoney. Let's get started on the cashless catering. There are lots of different ways to manage your dinners through SchoolMoney. So I'm just going to take you through a couple of scenarios today in how the system could look to support you. Just know though that if we haven't touched on a way in which you're managing dinners at the moment, it's highly likely that we'll be able to support you due to the flexibility of the system. So what we'll start off with first is our basic dinner register. So if you're looking just to collect the income for your dinners and know who's having a paid dinner and who's having a packed lunch, this is a really great way to use SchoolMoney. And there are a couple of different ways that parents can actually pay for their dinners. So the first way that parents can pay is setting up a top-up in SchoolMoney. So the parents, in theory, would pay £10 or £15 each week, and then that will tot up through the system. Equally, we can set up a pre-booking system, a pre-book and prepay. So we can allow the parents to log into SchoolMoney and pre-book and prepay for the days where their child will be having a hot dinner. That's a really great way of reducing any credits and arrears in the system through the pre-booking and prepay. So just to explain what you can see here, this is the dinner register. So you can see the days of the week, Monday to Friday. We can see our student names. And we can also see the values in SchoolMoney that are totting up. So the system will automatically recognise credits and arrears in the system. What you can also see is a key here. So this key just displays the colourings within the register. So we can see who's a paid dinner, who's a free school dinner, who's a universal infant free, and who's a sandwich or a packed lunch. So this information can be pulled across from your MIS system, and if you're using Sims and have dinner patterns set up in the system, we can set that up in SchoolMoney as well. So all you would do is click on the day of the week and select all of the days, and this will automate the dinner patterns that you have set up in the system. Now what you can also do is either, if you're booking your students in on a daily basis, on an ad hoc basis, you can just simply mark the register to reflect what everybody's having today. So lots of flexibility around how you can manage your dinners. Now let's just say that a parent has pre-booked for a dinner, but the student is absent today. All you would do is come to the register, and on a paid dinner, this green dinner here, which Jane is booked in for, I can just double click that and remove the colouring. And by removing the colouring, the system will recognise that that student is absent today and not having a dinner. So this is how SchoolMoney can help you to manage the income of school dinners, so collecting your dinner money and also recognising who's having a hot dinner and who's having sandwiches or a packed lunch. What we'll now move on to is the cashless catering till, and this is a great way of managing any dinner menu options that you have. So lots of schools that I speak to have a 3-week rotating menu, that's kind of the typical, and this is a great way of managing that. So again, this can be managed in one of two ways. Parents can pre-book, prepay and pre-choose any dinner menu options for their students, so they can actually have an overriding choice on what the student is eating that day and have access to your menus. But equally, something that we often find is that schools will simply collect the money from parents, but then allow the students the option to choose their dinners. And so I'm just going to talk you through that scenario. So what we often find is that teachers will have access to this cashless catering till, which you can see here, and they might pop this up on their interactive board in the morning when they're doing their registers. You can pop in photographs of your students, or you might have the students draw up their own portraits and upload that into the system. Just helps to engage with the students a little bit more. The teacher would find their class, so I'm on class blue at the moment, and they will see their student names here. So this is me. I'm going to click onto this student and I'll say, Jemma, what is it that you'd like to have for dinner today? And I might say, I'd love a lasagna, miss. Click on lasagna and check out. Paul has brought in a packed lunch today, so we'll just click on the packed lunch option and check out, and so on. So you go across the classroom deciding who's having what, and then this will feed through to the catering team, and we can pull off a report to show what dinner menu options we're having, who's a free school meal, a paid meal, a packed lunch. And so we have all of those different reporting features in the system too. Equally, in terms of distribution, lots of schools I speak to have a colour banding system. So they might allocate a colour to a dinner menu option. And so we can pull off a report in the system to help with your distribution. So that really is a brief overview on how SchoolMoney can support you with collecting your dinner money and your dinner menu options. If you'd like to see this in a bit more detail, feel free to get in touch and we can set up a bit more of an in-depth demonstration based on your school circumstances.